So our budget E36 Pro drift car is looking a little worse for wear right now. She's naked, she's fully stripped. And in this video, we are gonna have this car back together, complete and ready to compete for the 2024 season. So in the part 1 video, I did say I had a bunch of plans for this car, but unfortunately, we're not gonna get all those done before the season starts. So we're gonna have to prioritize what needs to be done over what we want to do. I did really want to modify this turbo manifold and change things up a bit, but that's probably not going to happen, which is fine. The turbo manifold works perfectly well, but I was really keen on improving the sound of this car, but we'll have to do that later this year. But right now, we're gonna get straight into the jobs that need to be done. And first things first, we're getting straight into the interior of the car. And the first thing we're gonna do is clean this up and repaint the interior white because this thing is looking hella dirty right now. Then we can go ahead and mount a bunch of new parts to the interior of the car. So before we can go ahead and paint the interior, we're actually going to remove our Chase Bays handbrake because we are mounting a GK Tech handbrake handle. So I'll keep the inline cylinder, but we're gonna use a new handle simply because I'm just not enjoying the Chase Bays one. It's a bit wobbly, it just doesn't have the best feel to it. In our rear wheel drive Evo, we do have the GK Tech handbrake and I absolutely love it. Feels really nice, super solid. And for me, feeling comfortable in the driver's seat of the car is just so freaking important to get into the right mindset for competition. So after removing the old handbrake, it's time to paint the interior of the car using this Rust-Oleum paint. I like using this paint as it's super durable, making it perfect for the interior of a race car. While we waited for the paint to dry, I replaced our crusty old oil catch can hose with some beautiful new Raceworks fittings and hose. Putting these fittings together is so damn satisfying, and it really tidied up the look of our engine bay.
One eternity later.
So I have some explaining to do. It has been literally a week since that last clip you guys just saw. I had to put the camera down because I realized very quickly that we were running out of time to finish this thing for round 1, which is now tomorrow. So yes, my time management on this project has been very poor. I was way too focused on our Skyline, and rightly so. That thing is so freaking awesome. If you haven't seen that build, jump in, watch those videos. But I've made some insane progress on this thing, so I apologize I didn't take you guys along with me, but sometimes you've just got to stop filming and get some freaking work done. But I'm about to reveal the color that we're running on this car for this year. Are you ready? So I'm halfway through wrapping this side, as you can see, and we're running a teal green on the back, leaving the pink on the front. I've actually finished the livery on the other side because we are changing the livery up, and it looks absolutely insane, but I'm not going to show you guys that because instead together we're going to wrap this side and bring the whole thing together on camera. Also, as you can see, I have painted the wheels white. Shout out to Bailey, he got me this amazing single stage paint. I sprayed them with the gun. They look absolutely fantastic. All of our wheels are painted, ready for tomorrow. And one other addition to the car which absolutely has made a huge difference. We are running an LTW style wing on the rear and it looks so damn cool. Trust me though, when this all comes together, this is the best the car has ever looked. I'm so freaking excited. So I'm gonna throw you guys on the tripod and I'm gonna freaking wrap the hell out of this car non-stop until this side is fully done. Let's go. Learning to vinyl wrap a car is a long and tedious process, but I'm so glad that I learned because it allows me to keep the cost down and I'm able to repair any damage that happens throughout the season. I use a cheaper wrap that I purchased off eBay. It's a little more difficult to work with as it's quite thick, but it's perfect for a track car. I'm absolutely loving the gloss graphics on top of the matte green here.
The next day.
So we have finished the wrap and we are officially at round 1 of the Keep It Real Drift Championship. You want to see the car? Ready? 3, 2, 1. So I'm not going to end the video here. We're going to go out and we are going to compete today. I'm going to wrap this all up in one video just for you guys. So we're going to jump in the car. First practice runs. Let's go. Fingers crossed. I'll let you in on a little secret. We are running a 3, 4, 5 small case diff for this round because we needed the gear ratio. So I'm a little bit hesitant as to whether it's going to hold up to the power, but there's only one way to find out. Let's go. So here's the layout we're running for this round. So the judges want a single flick entry in here. They want you 1 meter off the ripple strip on the first corner. You cannot go inside that white box. Then they want you 1 meter off the second ripple strip on the second corner. Again, you cannot go inside that white box. You do not want to cut the chase car off. Then we head onto the straight here, filling outer zone 2, flicking into outer zone 3 and filling that. Then we're flicking onto the wall, nice and aggressive, and you want to fill this last outer zone all the way around the wall, finishing off strong at the finish line. Alright, so we're heading out for our first laps of practice, and I apologize instantly for this terrible POV view of the GoPro. I had it set wrong, but you can still see what you need to see. So first laps of practice, I'm just feeling out the car, seeing how it feels. Obviously this is the first laps of the first round of the season, and instantly we felt pretty good in the car. So we're just going through the motions here and flicking onto the wall. I'm keeping it off the wall, running a midline for the first couple of laps just to make sure that everything's safe. The last thing I want to do is put it into the wall in practice, but the car felt awesome. So second lap out now, and I just tried to dial things in a little more on the clips. So just pushing hard into the entry, trying not to hit that inner box on this first corner, because that's something that I do quite often, and one thing that I just need to tidy up. But this is a pretty good run here. Once again, just measuring how quick the car is. This nice, just flicking onto the outside wall here. Again, not, oh actually no, this is the run where I did actually end up getting nice and close to the wall. Super happy with that run, felt really dialed.
Fuck yeah, better for sure.
So this is the run where we're really trying to turn it up now, getting that perfect lead line down, because we're coming to the end of practice now. Flicking it in, real happy with this entry. Slight bit understeer there, but the car felt good. Nice transition with a lot of angle here. Perfect coming into outer zone 2, I think, or 3, or whatever they call it. 4, and now flicking onto the wall, and this is where it happens.
You're up? Fuck, man. Sorry, man.
So here's a quick explanation of what happened. So we're on the perfect lead line here, coming in nice and wide. We've got a lot of speed coming in to the wall. We flick in, and this is the exact moment you want to get on throttle, but unfortunately our boy Timmy Rogers had a little bit too much speed behind us coming in, and he basically hit us at the exact moment you don't want to get hit. It doesn't look like much of a hit on video, but as you can see here, the damage sustained on the side we got hit was pretty substantial, and the overall damage, as you can see, was pretty bad. This is absolutely no one's fault, and I definitely do not blame Timmy. This is just what happens when you go drifting and we're pushing hard together in practice. I allowed myself to be sad for about 2 minutes, then we got the car loaded up on the trailer, and with the help of my good mates, we actually got the car back together and somehow made it out for qualifying. Unfortunately, we had to forfeit our first qualifying run, which meant we had only one run to get a score.
He had a bit of an incident in
coming together.
Yes, a bit of a coming together with another vehicle. And then he did put the rear end of the car into the wall and had to fix and straighten a whole bunch of stuff out. There was a bit of suspension. So this is going to be his mechanical run. So he's going to do one run just to have a feel, see what the car's doing, see if it's a little normal. And then he is going to go for his one and only qualifying.
Yes.
He missed his first one. Mike, I think he seems a little settled here. He's probably like, I think the car feels kind of fine. I'm actually surprised that he pulled the rear end out so straight, because that thing was...
It was a reasonable impact in the wall. Him and Tim Rogers, mission to send. Reasonable chance at getting through based on their skill level, experience level. But here he goes, Mike Lake, going through his lap.
Mike, single flick, outside zone 1. Great job, keeps the car, or eats the box a little bit on turn 1. Let's see how he goes on turn 2. Keeps it nice. Sets himself up for outside zone 2. Nice and deep there. Transitions the car over to 3. Snap angle over to 4. Mike, nice and deep once again. Shimmying some angle, trying to get the adjustability out of the car. Nice and deep on the end of outside zone 4. Finishes strong. Wow, look, for the second run after destroying some suspension components and eyeballing it, that's a good alignment. I'm telling you right now, that's a good alignment.
You know what? That is where we get the experience levels in competition, where you can rock up on the line, you've got one shot, you just got to put down a lap, and he's done it very, very comfortably.
So, I didn't get time to film because we literally had to rush to get this done, but I got together with a bunch of my friends. Everyone helped out and we got this thing back up and running, and we went out for qualifying. I thought it was done. Like, once I hit the wall, I was like, there's no way we're coming back from this. But we ended up qualifying 13th. which I'm stoked with because if you can see this wheel, it is absolutely crooked, towing out, and cactus. So we qualified 13th, we're up against Thane Lily in this V8 S14 Sylvia. The thing's freaking animal. I'm feeling good though. They only gave me one qualifying run, which was pretty sketchy with the setup because we had to fix it kind of. We're gonna absolutely send it for battles. It's hot, but it is a good time. Let's go.
All right, here we go for our top 32 battle against Thane Lily, and instantly off the line we actually created a bit of a gap here. Not sure whether he got a little bit surprised by the speed of the E36, but our entry really nice here on that first box with our front bumper just floating over it. Nice transition here as well onto the second inner zone, and here we could have been a little bit deeper in that box. We just dipped the wheel there, we were nice and deep, and then onto the wall here, a little bit of a correction, but we got into the zone nice and early, nice and deep. And pretty good there, not as deep as we could have been, but definitely happy with that lead run, pretty solid. And now we go on to the chase run, and my aim here was to be nice and aggressive, of course, try and be on his door from the outset. Could have been closer here, to be fair, on the entry, but you know, we're there, which is nice, tucking in nice and close, and then switching here. We actually switched earlier than Thane. We got away with it though, which is nice, tucking in, and then here we actually got a little bit gapped, so we had to fight to make up that ground, but nonetheless we made it up. We got on his door, on the wall, had to shallow up a little bit, but nice proximity here to end the run.
And just like that, we won our top 32 battle. Shout out to this guy, Dave, thank you. He's the one who helped me fix my freaking car, along with a bunch of other people, and the girls just gave us just moral support, really. To be fair, I'm freaking over the moon because I honestly thought we were down and out. That is actually crazy. And under here as well, like, look at that. We're running a small case diff and everything looks a little bit unhealthy under here. There's some grease. We put an axle in just to make it all work, and somehow it is all staying together, which is kind of insane. That trailing arm is absolutely bent. Oh, and we have a broken engine mount as well, so, but guess what? She still goes, and as long as it still drives, we are going to battle our hearts out. We're versing Patrick Barley next. He's so freaking good. He's in the Corvette. Beautiful car, very high powered. We've battled before, he's won every time. But now, we're going to win with our 30 mils of tow out, so let's go. We got this. Jesse! Oh, what's going on?
So here we are in our top 16 battle up against an absolute monster of a driver and car that is Patrick Barley. So I got as much of a jump as I could at the start to try and keep up with him. Boom, straight into the first corner. He threw a big angle, awesome entry. I was pretty happy with my chase here as well, tucked up nice on the inside, trying to be really aggressive, and then here, unfortunately, it all falls apart for me. I was too aggressive, pushed too hard, put myself in the perfectly wrong place you do not want to be, and choked myself out. Patrick putting on a beautiful lead in the lead run, and that was all she wrote for the chase. So now in my lead, I know that I have to throw down super big. So here we go, in the entry, Pat chasing me. I threw it in, and unfortunately here again, I come up short on the corner, choking Pat out a little bit. Luckily, he's a good driver, so he managed that very well. Then we flip transition and we're right back where we need to be. Then we dip our wheel into outside zone 2. Boom, outside zone 3, and then nice and wide here on the wall. So I was pretty happy with this lead run other than the first corner. Finishing it off nice and strong on the wall. Pat with his beautiful chase run, and unfortunately we lost this battle. Nonetheless, I'm actually really proud of us for getting the car back together and getting out on track. We still got a result. There's still another 2 rounds to go. Let's frickin' go.
Well, there you have it. That was a pretty entertaining round of drifting, and as you can see now, we are back at the shop, and I've already gone to work on the car, and guess what? She's already fixed. Brand new quarter panel on the rear. The wing survived, thank gosh, because I absolutely love this thing. All it needs now is a little bit of wrap, and this thing is going to be back to how it was before. I'm so freaking happy about that. The damage was quite substantial, but luckily it's not really anything structural in terms of shock towers or anything like that. But like the door on this side, look at that. This is the wheel right here where he hit me. That is the jacking point right there. It's a very strong part of the car, so the fact that that's dented kind of shows you how hard we got hit. Nonetheless, the car survived. We made it through top 32. I'm all about the positivity. Keep your spirits up, push hard, fix what you can, and we ended up enjoying the day, which is awesome. That is it for this video, guys. Skyline video next. Get excited. It's going to be a good one. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Round 2 is in 2 weeks. Freaking insane. Peace. Bye. Car broken and fixed again, so just so good.